どうも皆さん、おはこんばんにちは、kumiです。ゴルフ 2K23 PGA ツアーキャリアモードをプレイしていきたいと思いますと。さあ、今回なんですけども、今回は、チャンピオンインビテーショナルということでね、こちらの方やっていきたいなと思いますと。さあ、それではね、早速、コースの方入っていきたいと思います。それではキャリアモードスタートです。
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man of the future. And I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. Nicely done. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
まあ戻される感じでいいのかな、これはこれで。一応ね。真ん中にここら辺に落としたいんやけどね。
Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
いやー、ちょっと誤ったか。やっぱ落ちてたか。
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Oh, Dr. Chipinski strikes again.
Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
ここはまあ迷わずパーで沈めましょう。よいしょ。
These are on rails, looking good.
So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. Distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. The course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the 6th. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the 6th green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
だいぶんと流されそうな気がするので、ここはね。
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
よっしゃ、いいとこ行った。よし。
Outstanding approach shot. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
さあここはしっかりもらっていきましょう。バーディーでございます。
Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole.
さあここでライバルとの差が2になりましたかな。
Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
さあここは3番ホールパー4。
This player finally is making something happen.
今度はあれか。
Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
乗せさせてくれるのかな。どうなんだろうか。素晴らしい。しっかり風に乗ったね。
That's a high caliber shot.
And
Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
This one looks to be heading towards the green.
うわい、あーちょっと戻ったか。この戻りはいらんかったか。まあいいや。
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
ほうほほほほほうって感じやな。
It's tracking.
よっしゃ、OK。ありがとう。
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And here we are with the third shot.
さあここで3番ホール終わって2アンダー。
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Here we are at Echo Park Golf Club, the fourth hole.
さあ4番ホールパー4。
Off the tee, your eyes look down the left-hand side and see two massive bunkers and obviously the water. So anything right of that is just fine. If you find the fairway, second shot is downhill just a little bit to a long, narrow green that has got bunkers down the right-hand side. Distance control with that second shot is absolutely imperative if they want to have a good look at birdie.
Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B to point. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots, and now just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
He's currently in a share of top spot.
さあ3アンダー。4番ホール終わって3アンダーになっております。さあ5番ホールパー3です。これも ちに流されたくないんだよな。まあ、若干多分こっちに来るとは思うんだろうけどね。ああ、だいぶ流された。くーそ、止まれ。よっしゃ、いいとこについてくれた。よし、とりあえずワンオン。
This putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
いやー、これも入るぞ、これ。ちょっとだけ。よいしょ。ありがとうございます。よし。
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Sitting at 1 over. And
nice
there it goes from the sand. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
さあ、ここで5番ホールが終わった時点でトップに躍り出ましたと。ライバルはもう下の方です。さあ、6番ホール、パー4。
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
これきちいな。どのぐらい戻されるかやねんけどね。やっぱそっち行ったか。いや、バンカー。おう。仕方がない。
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
Putting for birdie here.
うわー、ここはまだきついか。さあ、これはちょっと外しそうな予感もすごいすると。よっしゃ。OK、入った。バーディー。
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And he held that ball line. It's tough to see from here.
Looks like they have a good lie here in the sand.
Almost went in.
すげえな。バックスピンかけてあそこまで持ってくるか。
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is enjoying
さあ
a
6番ホール終わ
2-stroke
った時
lead.
点で5アンダーいきましょう。
Here we have a par 5.
さあ7番ホールパー5。
That's nicely done. Time for the second shot here at the 7th.
ドライバーだと飛ばないんか。なるほどね。まあ仕方がないね。これも多分流されていくだろうから、まあまあここはラフか。
Getting ready to play their third. Currently leading by 2. Not afraid to go deep. This putt's for 6 under par.
よし。若干まだ打ち決めない。もう微妙にだけね。よいしょ。OK。ここはバーディーで沈めました。さあ、6アンダーね。7番ホール終わった時点で6アンダー。
Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
はい、8番ホールパー3。危なかった。これ5番ウッドだったんだね。危ない。5番ウッドだとちょっとこの転がりも気にしたいんで、ここに落ちたら最高やねんけどね。最高ちゃうこれ。
What a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
狙ってた通りだったわ。
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his right.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
こんなもんかな。いや、それでもマジか。いやー、やっぱりなーと思った。まあいいや、他パーだ。さあ、9番ホールパー4です。これは風に乗っていきたいね。
Oh, well done. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Oh, come on, sit.
Come on, come on. Ah, 行き過ぎた.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Here's Will Zalatoris. This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
うまいね。沈めてくるね。
And here we are with the third shot. Currently in the lead by a shot.
ちょっと待って。わはうわこれきついな。でもここはいやーくそー。ダメか。惜しかったな。でもめちゃくちゃ惜しかったな。
Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done.
いやー、パーを2つ叩いてしまったか。
They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
10番ホールパー5でございますと、これも風が 3.2 メーター吹いとるな。
Well, I like the look of the line here. They should find the fairway. How much did the win last week give them the confidence to perhaps pull it off again here and go back to back?
A massive win last week, looking to double up again this week. I got to say, they're building off all the good things they did last week. A win could definitely happen.
And from the green side rough here. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Lining up the birdie putt here.
さあ、ここでバーディーで決めたいよね。お、これはなるほど、そういうことか。OK。おい、さあ、バディ。よし。
He'll move to 7 under. Incredible. After that hole, this player is currently in first place, with Colin Morikawa in second. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter, but when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now, surely more in his future.
Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
Oh, and they increase their lead. This is impressive, Luke, but can they hold up this play?
Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
さあ、12番ホールパー3です。行きましょう。
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
Okay.
Yep, tracking well.
Okay.
Well hold. He sits in first position.
さあ、2位との差が2打差でございますと。
Well, the 13th hole here
さあ
at Echo
13番
Park
ホー
Golf
ルパ
Club
ー4
is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee. But yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side. And, of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side. But that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
Playing from around 190 yards out. He's got a two-stroke buffer. Opting for the 5-iron.
あーバカ野郎乗ったな乗った
And a
な
quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
さあこれが決
Setting
め
up
れ
here
るか
with
ど
a
うかで
very
すよ
long
ね
putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
はあいやでもですよそこまでの傾斜はないといえばないしあるといえばあるかやっぱりあるかなるほどねこの辺ぐらいかな順調にはいってるけどでもダメかもOh no
That's disappointing. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
そういうことを言いたかったのか
Nice line.
Okay.
Nice little putt to
ここ
hold
は
that
パ
one.
ーで沈めて
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt.
どうだこれ行くのか
That is hunting for the hole.
いやー入らなか
That's
っ
a
たか残
fantastic
念で
attempt,
した
especially from that distance. But it didn't quite drop. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage.
さあ3位の選手がちょっと怖いねコースが1コースしか変わってない
Time
か
to
ら、
take a look
ね
at what this par 4 might be in order. And after that par, they're looking for something good here.
まあ多分この通りには飛んでいかないと思いますと
That is a pure looking draw.
よっしゃいいとこに
Well struck.
行ってくれた
Second shot here
あ
on
と
the
は追
14.
い風
Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one might need to set.
よ
That's a
し
super shot. That's another green in regulation.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless. Starts off on a good line.
OK こ
terrific.
こも
What an
バーディー さあこれで10アンダーになりましたあと、5
Currently
ホー
10
ルかな
under for the round.
よし
Time to face a par 4.
さあ、15番ホールパー4ですおいマジか
Oh, that is Bombed.
よし。ドンピシャ
And
リア。
Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location.
7番アイアンで攻めてっていいだろうっていう頃合いぐらいかな。OK。
Going with the 7.
よし。
Well, that's a handy shot. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
うわ、動かすまでもなかったか。ほぼまっすぐやね、もう。
Rolling end to end. This looking
Okay.
nice.
よっしゃ。
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
どうだどうだどうだどうだあ、へー、残念。
Well, that's a bit disappointing. It's time to check on the leaderboard. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage.
さあ、15番ホールまで終えましたと。
This is getting awfully
さあ、これで3位と2位との差は結構ついてきたので、もう余裕でいけそうで
Always
す。
positive coming off
さあ、
a
16
birdie.
番ホー
Let's
ル
see
パ
what
ー
happens
3。
here.
うん、この辺ぐらいには落としたいね。
Choosing the 9-iron here.
This one is chewing fiber.
よいしょ。
Wow. Showing
Wow.
Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down.
これがうまいんだよ
What a way to
な。
make your par.
Tough bunker shot, no bother
これにはあの技
whatsoever
術
for
が
this
ないん
player.
で、
They
ね、
find the
こうや
bottom
っ
of
て
the
頑張っ
cup.
て
Oh, this will be good for the momentum.
グ
Let's
リ
make
ー
this
ンに
birdie
乗せ
putt.
て。
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Oh. はい、ありがとうございます。
Now, if you keep
さ
making
あ
putts、like that.
さあ、12アンダーでございます。
Well, with that good play, this person is now in first on the leaderboard, with Colin Morikawa in second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
さあ、
Let's
17番
find
ホ
it.
ール、パー4でございます。
Now at the 17th hole.
まあまあ、これもほぼまっすぐでいいでしょう。
That's tidy. Setting up here, coming off a run of birdies.
Yes, the only thing that could ruin it now is a triple bogey.
Going with the 5-iron here.
ああ、いい感じ。
Oh, what a wonderful play.
Wonderful.
Leading with intent.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
傾斜がでもちょっときついな、ここな。なるほど。このぐらいはやっぱりいったってことか。
What a putt.
よ
Started
っし
this
ゃ、
perfectly.
OK。
And that will drop in for a birdie. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that.
さあ、30アンダーまで来ました。
What a lovely position to
こ
be in.
こでイ
Holding
ーグ
the
ル
lead,
取りたいんだけど、
playing the last.
今
Good
日の
luck.
コースはちょっと難しいな。さあ、行きましょう。ターハ
That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Second shot here at the 18th.
3番ウッドか。いやー、ギリギリいくかな。打ってみよっか。風に乗ったらいいかも。よっしゃ、風に乗ってくれた。おーげー。一瞬ヒヤッとしたけどね。
Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader. And this is why they put in hours and hours of practice. A putt to win it
よかっ
all.
た。なんとかバーディーで持ってこれました。
This really looks good.
ありがとうございます。OK。ああ、40アンダーで、終了でございます。
That shot so good, we need to have another look. And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
よーし。今回はイーグルはちょっとなかったのが悔やまれるところ。まあでもね、バーディー14個なんでね、素晴らしい。さあ、またいろいろともらいましたと。ありがとうございます。さあ、次のライバルちょっと決めておきたいと思いますと、ランキングが69か。よし、この人いっとこう。さあ、ということでお送りしてまいりました、ゴルフ 2K23 キャリア PGA キャリアモードということでね、今日はここまでにしたいと思います。さあ、次回はね、ファルコンオープンの方やっていきたいと思いますので、よかったらまた見に来てください。それでは皆さん、さよなら。バイバイ。